Good evening, everyone, and welcome back for another live stream flight. Sorry there wasn't one last week, but it was absolutely sweltering. I was back at work last week, so I had to get back into routine. But yeah, it's been really warm here in the UK, so um, yeah, it's now cooled down, so it's nice temperature. So let me just check our volumes before we start this evening's flight. Hopefully everyone's all well. But we'll have a look and see if we're all good. Yeah, that's fine. Can hear myself over the other channel. So yeah, not last week, but week before. So we'll just refer it as last time's flight. We went from Jakarta to here, somewhere north of Indonesia. So it's only a little airport. So we'll be parking at a ramp. So I've chosen ramp 4 purely because that's both my nieces' birthdays. Pretty ironic, they were both due on the 28th and they were both born on the 4th. Not obviously the same day. One of them's born 4th of January and the other one was born on the 4th of November. But anyway, we'll be taking off from 10 runway or 10 and then this is our departure, the orange line. So we're sort of like going out a little bit and then down. And then this is our arrival portion, the green one, into Bali. Once we arrive at Bali, our next stream will be Bali to Perth, Australia, which is about 3.5 hours. So this is a pretty short one. So the next one will be a pretty long one. So yeah, we'll fit that in at some point. So obviously our green line is our arrival and our magenta line is our approach. I've already checked the navlog. Your cruising altitude were like something strange, like 32,800 and something feet. So you can always click in it and change it. So I changed it to 33,000 feet. I just rounded it up to make it a bit more, you know, bit more. Well, you can't really put that into the altitude, but you can put 33,000 feet into your altitude. So we will be descending round about here. So we've pretty much done everything that we need to do. We can jump into the sim and get cracking. I'll change the time as well so we can see a bit more outside, because this is a part of the world that I want to see. Once we get to Australia, definitely want to see the sights there. I chose Perth because I've got relatives at Perth, and then my idea is to fly around Australia and make my way across to Sydney and obviously see the Sydney Opera House in the same and things like that. so it's pitch black here in North Indonesia. I don't know what time it is here, but I believe it will be the early hours in the morning. So let us change the time. Time. Yeah, it's nearly 3 o'clock in the morning, so we'll change it back till when it's light. Oh, that's a nice sunset. We'll go with 4 o'clock. That'll do. So this is where we left off last time. And our runway is only over there, so it's, you know, we might be facing the wrong way, but it's no big deal. So what we'll do is we shall set her up. So checklist, let's begin the checklist. And then get our climbing altitude. And then we'll plug that in.
Tower Jody 123 IFR to Ingira, ready to copy.
Jody 123 is cleared to Ingira Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.7 squawk 4521.
Jody 123 cleared to Ingira Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 10 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 120.7 squawk 4521.
Jody 123, read back correct. Contact ground on 118.4. Good day.
So the altimeter's on, flight direction. I'm not too sure if this is clicked in or not, so we'll just do it again. 9,000 feet is our climb. So we'll just take note of that. And then now we can do our starting engine. Get some light on the subject. Then we need to go to performance. We need to set the flaps. And this one here, very important, our flaps. There we go. And then we shall bang our flight plan on. Then we need to do our brakes, speed brakes, armed, and then that's when we can like do the other stuff. Like sometimes I put the lights on here, and then put the lights on. Sort of there, beacon, wing lights, nav lights, runway lights. We need our nose to be on taxi. Seatbelts, everyone. And this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited. Then, obviously, because we're not at a connection, we won't get an airport tug, so we'll just ask them for clearance. But we need to do this one first, so after starting engine. That one. And then that's all that we need to do. So now we can, what what's it called now? I can't remember what it's called. Ask the tower. Request, it's called Request Taxi IFR if you don't have a pushback.
Ground Jody 12 tree with Kilo ready to taxi IFR.
Jody 12 tree taxi 2 and hold short of runway 10 using taxiway. Contact tower on 118.4 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 10 using taxiway Jody 12 tree.
So we're basically going behind ourselves. Here we go, press B on the keyboard as we taxi. And we should get runway clearance because there's nobody there. We'll have clearance to take off.
Tower Jody 12 tree at runway 10 ready for departure IFR to Ingura.
Jody 12
There we
tree
go.
altimeter 29.8 tree when calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10 Jody 12 tree.
There we go, got clearance for takeoff. Press the B again, so the tower knows where we are. Let's turn her and put her in the centre of the runway. Just line her up with this line in the middle. And then we'll begin checklist for takeoff. There we go, so we'll just stop there. So basically reset your altimeter, do your nose lights to take off obviously, and then that's pretty much it. Make sure your flaps are 10 degrees down, which they are. They must be like that for takeoff, otherwise you won't be able to lift off the ground. And yeah, ready to go. Handbrake off and off we go. Try keep the airplane in the middle. For takeoff. V1, and now we can lift her gently up.
Overspeed.
Jody 12 tree, contact Bali Center on
There we go.
120.7.
Up we go. Landing gears going up.
120.7 Jody 12 tree. Goodbye. Bali Center Jody 12 tree is passing 2,100 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
Jody 12 tree Bali Center altimeter 29.8 tree radar contact. Continue to Honker.
So we got that overspeed warning because I lifted my flaps a little bit too early, and but yeah, it's no big deal. It's done it. So obviously lift your flaps, put your throttles to CL position, make sure that your autopilot's engaged as well, and yeah, raise the landing gear. That's all you have to do for takeoff. So just keep an eye on the departure. Just make sure that the aircraft does everything that it needs to do.
And maintain 17,000 feet.
17,000
Climb and maintain
feet.
17,000 feet, Jody 123.
So it's just gonna turn slightly now onto departure. So I'll show you outside. So we're just slightly turning now, just onto our path to departure. So I'm just gonna watch it because sometimes it goes a bit weird when it does departure turns and arrival turns. So just keep an eye on it because sometimes it goes a bit dodgy in that area. It's still on track. Going over some mountains. That's why we've got to be at 17,000 feet, otherwise we'd crash into the mountains. Yeah, we're climbing, so that's all good. Let's have a look. So, let's do R&D range to our next waypoint, which is there. So, we've got about 23 nautical miles to the next waypoint.
Jody 123 climb and maintain flight level 250.
250, 20,000,
Climb and maintain flight level 250, Jody 123.
25,000 feet. Get your instruments all the time. Let's look outside. Bit cloudy. So we need to do the altimeter because we are above 18,000 feet. So we'll just do that. Our altimeter is here. Put it to standard. It's all good now.
Jody 1-2 tree climb and maintain flight level tree 0.
330.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 0 Jody 1-2 tree.
Turning to meet that waypoint there. So we're going towards cruising altitude, which is 33,000 feet. Normally, it's not straightening up. Normally, a cruising would be maybe 37,000 feet. But I think it's because it's a short flight. You're not really... You don't really need to gain that much altitude because all we're doing is going across the ocean south and we're there. So it's not like we're going on a long flight today. I'm guessing the one to Perth, Australia, we will be obviously higher. But yeah, I'll show you outside, guys. So we're basically near our descent. By the time we get to 33,000 feet, we'll be descending in 149 nautical miles. Yeah, it wants us to go to... So we'll put the approach altitude down because that is most important. That is what we need to get to the glide slope. So we can track onto the ILS system. So our next one is DOBMA. So we need to be flight level 500 above SOANG, and that's flight level 230. So 230 is 23,000 feet, so we need to be below that. So we need to be about 20,000 feet there maybe. And then AGUNG, that's flight level 18,000 above, so that could be 19,000 feet. Then KEPIK, it says 15,000 above, so anything above basically for that one. So we could tell everybody to get a quick snack, quick toilet break, whatever. There you go, people. Take that off that as well. What we'll do now that our flight is steady, we'll do the auto brake to medium. Auto brake. So yeah, our next flight from Bali to Perth, Australia is around 3.5 hours. So I'm going to try and do it either on a Saturday or Sunday. Hopefully this Saturday or Sunday, I'm not too sure which day though yet. But yeah, definitely it would be on the weekend, but still it would premiere to YouTube the day after as normal it would. It's just, back at work now, I can't fit in a flight during the day anymore. So yeah, it'll have to be at the weekend, the long one to Perth. So once we get to the next checkpoint, and once we start to turn, I will get the altitude decrease for us. So we're at 33. We need to be at that one. So not much of a flight today, guys, but you know the next flight will be a big flight to Perth, Australia. Looking forward to that one actually. Because when I first got this game back in, I think I first started playing in 2023. One of my friends asked, what is your goal? Where do you want to go within the sim? And I said, I want to fly an A320 to Australia. And yeah, I've nearly done it, really. You know, after the next stream, I will be in Australia. And then I'm not too sure what the plan is after Australia. Maybe New Zealand, Auckland maybe. And then maybe find a way, I don't know, to go back through Europe or go across the ocean to America. I'm not too sure what to do after that. But if you've got any suggestions, guys, just send me a message. But obviously from where I am, you know, to wherever. So you can see our arrival into Bali. Change the ND range so it doesn't look that close. Don't know why it's dipping. There we go. Right, so we're about 13 nautical miles away from our descent. So we're just turning now. And we'll just watch it. Make sure it makes its turn. Because sometimes it doesn't do it correctly, but it's moving back now. Good. So now we can ask for descent.
Bali Center Jody 12 Tree. Request flight level 230.
Jody 12 Tree descend and maintain flight level 270. Expect flight level 230.
Descend and maintain flight level 270. Expect flight level 230 Jody 12 Tree.
So it's telling us to go to 270. So yeah, we'll just do as it tells us. See if there's any more of these that we can see. So it's T A W E S and then 12,000 above. So it's slowly coming down the aircraft, nice and steady. And then the radio will tell us when we can go lower.
Jody 12 Tree descend and maintain flight level 230.
There we go.
Descend and maintain flight level 230 Jody 12 Tree.
So we're still descending. There we are at 23,000 feet, just before we get to that one. So I want to be a little bit lower than that. So we'll ask for
Bali Center Jody 123. Request flight level 200.
Jody 123 descend and maintain flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level 200 Jody 123.
So where we should be. Our airport is just to the right of us. Over there somewhere. So I think it's because of the mountains, it's not letting us go below certain altitudes. So we'll just wait for it to turn. And then we need to be above 18,000, so we could ask for another 1,000 feet droppage. Descent. Just ask for...
Bali Center Jody 123. Request flight level 190.
Jody 123 descend and maintain flight level 190.
Descend and maintain flight level 190 Jody 123.
So let's have a look at our next waypoint. TAWON, and it says 7,000 above, so I'm not too sure what that would be, so we'll just put it at 10,000. That's when we'll be sorting the aircraft out for landing. change the ND range so it doesn't look as close as what it actually is. There we go. So we're going over there to the right somewhere. Somewhere, she says. So we're nearly at the next waypoint. Don't know why we're turning slightly, but we'll just keep an eye on it. There we are, we're just passing over that one. So now we need a descent of 3 to 16.
Bali Center Jody 12 tree. Request 16,000 feet.
Jody 12 tree descend and maintain 16,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 16,000 feet Jody 12 tree.
So as that's descending, EENOA 3,000 above. So I need to do the altimeter now. Oops. So I'll just wait till we get to that next checkpoint. We're just about to turn.
Jody 1-2 tree descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
So it's telling us what to do now.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet, Jody 1-2 tree.
It's telling us what to do. The radio is taking over, so just let it do its business, and hopefully it'll bring us down to the airport in one piece. Still turning a little bit. So there's a mountain there to the right of us, so I don't think we're gonna go near it, but
Jody 1-2 tree descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
That's telling us to descend.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, Jody 1-2 tree.
Do as we're told. So there's some sort of, not too sure what that pin is, just ahead of us, not too sure what that is.
Jody 1-2 tree descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
So 7,000
Descend and maintain
feet.
7,000 feet, Jody 1-2 tree.
This is when we need to set up for landing. So now we need to do 210. And we need to put the taxi lights on. And landing lights on. And then the seat belts for everybody. Wait till we get to 210 and then we can extend the flaps out. No, we'll just leave it there. For example, check our auto brake is on, medium. Our brakes are on arm. That's good. So yeah, we're pretty much there. 210 now. Flaps. Then let that settle a little bit. And then we can go to 180.
Jody 123, you are 28 miles east. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 27 approach via Binoa transition. Cleared to Binoa.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 27 approach via Binoa transition. Clear to Binoa, Jody 123.
So now we can go to 160. So we're just about to turn on to final in 10 nautical miles. Right, it's going off course a little bit.
Jody 123, contact approach on 123.15. Good day.
123.15, Jody 123. Goodbye. Approach Jody 123 is at 6,800 feet, descending 3,000 feet.
Jody 123, approach altimeter 29.88 radar contact. Continue to Binoa.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Yeah, about to turn on to final, guys. So we'll do that. Flaps down. Slow the aircraft down to 140.
12 descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
2,500.
Descend and maintain
It's
2,500
2,000.
feet, Jody 123.
So we're just about to turn on to final. We can put flaps 4 down. Just watch it, because sometimes it doesn't like it. I'm gonna go down to 2,000 because that's what it said on my chart.
Jody
So
123, you are 12 miles east of Ingira. Contact tower on 118.1 when inbound.
Tower on 118.1, Jody 123. Tower Jody 123, 12 miles east inbound, ILS runway 27 approach.
Jody 123 Tower. Altimeter 29.86, wind 119er at 10. Cleared ILS runway 27
I don't
approach.
know why it's going that way for.
Cleared ILS runway 27 approach, Jody
I have
123.
to do it manually, I think. It's not working. We'll see you all in Bali, hopefully in one piece, guys.
Jody 123, wind 119er at 10. Cleared to land runway 27.
Cleared to land runway 27, Jody 123.
Just trying to concentrate, guys. But here we come.
300.
Here we come.
100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retired.
Whoa. Brake. Here we are, we made it in one piece. There's another airplane to right there. Brake. Turn next
Jody
taxi
123,
red.
exit runway when able.
Okay.
Jody 123, contact ground on 118.8.
118.8 Jody 123. Goodbye.
So now we have to tune into, what did she say? That one.
Ground Jody
That
123, request taxi to the gate.
Jody 123 taxi to gate 17 Alpha using taxiway November 5 November Papa.
Taxi to gate 17 Alpha via taxiway November 5 November Papa Jody 123.
So we're going over there and see our spot. Just over here. Right, that'll do. Get all the malarkey, plug-in, luggage, and
Ground Jody 123, could you please
Karen.
send a ground power unit?
Jody 123, a ground power unit is on the road.
Ground Jody 123, could you please send the baggage?
Jody 123 baggage is on the way.
Ground Jody 123, could you please send the catering truck?
Jody 123, the catering truck is on the road.
there we go, so we'll just take a picture. So flight simulator, coffee, picture. So, there we are guys, we have made it to Bali in one piece. So, like I say guys, our next flight will be from here in Bali to Perth, Australia. Like I mentioned, it is a long flight, it will be about 3.5 hours long. Plus obviously taxiing and going to the airports, it might be easy a 4-hour stream, maybe more. I'll try to do that either Saturday or Sunday this week. It'll definitely have to be a weekend we do that flight. But as always guys, this flight will be downloaded and uploaded to the YouTube as always on the 24th of June. It will be premiering. I'll start at normal time, 10 AM. And yeah, so we'll just get our breakdown, take a picture, and then we'll be off skis. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed today's stream. Hopefully you're liking these streams, but obviously in the next one we will be getting to Perth, Australia. But yeah, that's all guys. Take care and bye for now. Bye guys.